Good morning and welcome to It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield, 8:30 every Tuesday and Friday morning here on RJ on the Air. I'm Mark Turner, that's Claire Vaughn, and across the table is 75% of the crew from the Wayne County CEO program. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So, how's it been going so far?
Good. We're towards the end of the year, so their focus has definitely shifted to their own businesses. I think we're kind of going to walk you through, what the business or what the program is in general, but right now they're all pretty focused on their businesses themselves. So,
Yeah, so tell us about Wayne County CEO.
Okay.
When did it start and kind of what's the mission, what's the goal of it?
Yeah, so this is year number 5, my 4th year as facilitator. CEO, when you think of CEO, you think of like a CEO of a company. Well, it's actually an acronym, and it's Creating Entrepreneurial Opportunities.
I never knew that.
Yeah, so it's to promote entrepreneurship, but more than that, it's to learn life skills through doing that. So I'm sure that they'll all share with you at some point, what they've learned and like what they take away from it. But when people say, what's the point of CEO?
Right.
It's to teach those life skills, business skills, and promote entrepreneurship that maybe when they go off to college, they'll come back and start a business here in Fairfield. So,
I love that.
yeah, that's the
why
goal.
I'm a big supporter of the CEO group because I'm not hearing myself. Am I 1 or am I 2?
You are one.
Okay, will you turn me up, please? I didn't want to jack yours up and then,
Okay.
oh my gosh, that's way too much.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, when I was in high school, we didn't have something like this, which I know that shows my age, but I had no idea that I would have any interest in owning a business, and I sure didn't have any interest in being back in Fairfield at
Yeah.
that time. But here I am. Here I am, and I'm so happy that I'm here, and I'm happy that I have a business here. So I love that this is the goal of the program, and I will be a supporter of it until the day I die. So
Yeah.
I love getting to meet the kids every semester and just seeing what job or what businesses they come up with. And yeah, I hope you guys will all come back and start a business one day.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
They didn't have it when I was in school either. And I think that's a common denominator when you talk to small businesses in Fairfield or Wayne County in general. They'll say, like, I never thought I would open a business in a million years.
No.
So, and I think, if they had something like this, they just would have realized it sooner.
Well, and when you started your business, when I started mine, I had no idea what I was doing.
No.
You don't have any idea of like what all goes into that and where to start.
You're like Googling how to make an EIN number and, what do I do with my money? Just like all
Right,
kinds of stuff.
exactly.
But, and not to say that we don't still Google stuff, but at least they'll have a foundation, where to even start with stuff like that.
Yes, definitely. That's awesome. So
I guess I didn't say my name either.
Oh yeah, introduce yourself.
Alyssa Short is my name, and I'm the facilitator of the program. A little bit different than a teacher. So, yes, I do teach them some stuff, but my job is just to guide them in the right direction.
So you guys have class every single day, right? And that's
Yep.
sometimes in a classroom. Sometimes you travel around to go to different small businesses, correct?
Yes, yeah. The structure of the class is definitely different than a typical course. We meet in different host sites. I'll ask different businesses around the community if we can meet there, if they have the capacity to host us, and then we'll switch quarterly, and we'll actually meet in Wayne City a quarter since we have some Wayne City students, and we'd love to get more from Sisney so that we can
Yeah.
meet there too. But then, yes, we meet every day, 7:30 to 9. That fluctuates some,
Right.
depending on business visits and stuff. But we try to visit businesses 2 to 3 days a week.
Wow.
So.
That's awesome. A
Keeps
question.
you hopping.
Yeah, a question for
Absolutely.
the group. Like, what's the most interesting business that you guys went to this year?
Yeah.
Does anyone have an answer?
I think for me, it was Flying S. So they work on planes, drones. They work a lot for NASA.
Are they out at? Did you meet out at the airport or where?
Palestine.
Palestine.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah, that is a little bit of a haul.
Yeah, it is a hike, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. So did you guys learn a lot about it? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, they talked a lot about like the different jobs they had. So it was really cool to see like the diversity of those jobs.
Yeah.
And then the boss lady came in afterwards and really just taught us about like how she got here, and it was really cool to hear about.
It's so amazing. It's such a great success story because that's in Palestine, Illinois, which is smaller than Fairfield,
Yeah.
Illinois, way smaller. It's probably like a Sisney. And like you said, they're building for NASA
Yeah.
and, all over
And
the
that's, like,
country.
all we're allowed to say, by
Yeah.
the way.
Wow.
We can't tell you, like, exactly what we saw.
Yeah. Wow. Got in on some proprietary information. I like it. Anyone else? What's yours?
I also loved going to Ethan Kaiser's in Wayne City because we learned a lot about his real estate job. So we also got to have a little competition where we put a house up for sale, and it was some friendly fire, and we
That's
just
fun.
did that.
I love that. What a good little test there. Anyone else?
Yeah, I really liked going and talking to Catherine. She runs the Catherine's Bakery, and she sets up at Alyssa's Markets a lot. And she helped all the other students like me and Kaylin and Kennedy with our cottage license, how to get us set up for that and classes and explain it to us. So it's
Nice.
actually something that could help us in the real world
Yeah.
and with our businesses. So that was awesome.
Very cool. And she used to be the owner of Catherine's in Sisney. So very neat.
Why don't we introduce the group?
Yeah, you guys want to go around and introduce yourself? We'll start
So
with you.
I'm Catherine Newman.
And tell us your
Business.
business.
So my business is Serenity Bath Co. So I make all natural bath products for sensitive skin.
And they smell delicious.
Thank
They're
you.
amazing. Yes, very exciting. And where can people find you, find out more about you?
On Facebook, I'm Serenity Bath, and on Instagram, I'm Serenity Bath Co.
Okay, awesome. And you'll be all set up at the trade show, which is this Sunday, right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. And it starts at 4?
Yep.
I have the paper in front of me, 4 to 6.
Come and go.
Awesome. Okay, anything else you want to tell us about yours? Like, what made you choose?
So I actually have sensitive skin. My whole family has sensitive skin, so it is pretty hard finding products, that help with that. So that was kind of my
Yeah.
determining factor on what to do for my business.
It's hard to find them, and it's hard to find them if they don't, like, without breaking the bank,
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
And I think your, stuff is very affordable, so that's exciting.
Thank you.
Okay, you want to go ahead and start?
Yeah. So my name's Lacey too, and I run Lovely Lane Catering. I was kind of inspired to start my business because, I've been baking with my family my whole life. And I was inspired, Lynn is a family name. And so I try to keep the, characteristics that they taught me, which is, honesty, dependability, good work ethic, and keep that with my business. You can also find me on Facebook. Just look up Lovely Lane Catering, and I should pop up.
Okay.
We're going to take a quick, we mute the mics. I want Alyssa, will you mute the mics, please?
Yes, I will.
One quick break. I just need you to mute them. Okay, sorry about that. I wanted Alyssa to be able to talk if she wanted to, so she is ready. All right.
All right. My name is Lily Gasik. I'm the owner of Lovely Graphics, and it is a school spirit wear brand currently focused on FCHS Mules gear, where I sell blankets and T-shirts, and I also have some stickers for the trade show. And I started this because I am a big part of the school. I'm in a lot of clubs, sports, and I just really love looking up and seeing the support, so I really wanted to spread it throughout. And you can contact me. I will mainly respond on my email, which is ljgacek@gmail.com.
Awesome. I love that school spirit.
Yes.
Love it.
My name is Sierra Turner, and I have Flawless Cleaning Co., and it's a cleaning service. So what kind of made me want to start it is that I grew up cleaning my home, and around, especially growing up around my mom. She loves to clean a lot, so it kind of influenced me, and especially to help people. I feel like anyone struggles, so a lot of people could use that help to clean their home.
Especially moms with young kids.
Come over and clean mine once a week. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Should probably turn you on. We have you have a headset on. Now we're ready. So, where can people find out more about you and your
They
business?
can find me mainly on Facebook at Flawless Cleaning Co.
Okay, awesome.
And Sierra's our only service at
Yeah.
the trade show, so her booth might look a little bit different, but she's going to get super creative, and she's still going to have stuff to see, and you can still, get on her books.
Listen, I have like an infomercial idea that you just need to bring like a, like ShamWow. Like,
Yeah. Yes.
look how clean I made this little carpet. Squirt ketchup
OxyClean,
and mustard.
you know.
We thought about doing like a mirror, like
I love
how I
it.
can clean
Yeah,
this.
put lipstick
You
on
really
it.
should.
Toothpaste, throw it on there.
Before and after.
Yeah, my kids with the permanent markers, how
On
they
the
find
walls,
them.
yeah.
Yes, have some just different. I'm sure Bears would donate some floor samples.
There you go.
That'd be fun. I love it. Infomercial.
Yeah.
You might as
Come
well.
here, come on, everybody, come check this out. Just squirt ketchup everywhere. That'd be good. And make me hire you.
There you go.
Oh goodness. All right, Ethan.
Mark, I can already see you, so I'm just going to talk to you. My name is Ethan McElravy. I have made For Him clothing, and it's pretty much just a custom clothing company. I make T-shirts, hoodies, crew necks, bracelets, and I wanted to start it just because, as someone who has a deep personality in my faith, I wanted to express my faith to my friends and family, but clothing isn't really around here for Christian apparel. Like, you have to find it on TikTok or Instagram, and those can be a little shady. And I'm not trying to lose $30 on a T-shirt that I might never get.
Yeah, for real.
So I just made my own.
Yeah.
I love that.
And how can they get a hold of you?
On Facebook and Instagram, it's at For Him Clothing. So if you at home who want to know,
I love that, looking directly at the camera.
Oh.
He's a
I
professional.
watched my dad do some pregame. So,
I make Ethan say this every time, but tell us the end of your pitch, Ethan.
for the thing.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in buying my product, don't do it for me. Do it for him.
Oh,
like it.
goosebumps. That's
Clever.
good.
Yeah.
Good job. That's great. And I've actually seen your stuff. I know you can't see me, but
Yeah.
I've actually seen your stuff pop up on Facebook a lot in my feed.
Yeah.
So you're doing a good job, whatever you're doing. It's popping up there. And
Love the design.
yes, doing a great job. All right, Kaylin, you ready? She looks nervous back there.
My name is Kaylin Loker, and I run Sweet Bliss. And at Sweet Bliss, I create gluten-free desserts. Really inspired me to do this is I have a gluten intolerance myself, and it's really hard to find foods that I'm able to eat. And I know that if I am able to find them, they're super expensive. So my stuff is really good, and it's also pretty affordable for being gluten-free.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I'm able to have that for our community.
Yes, I'm excited too because that's much needed, and there's just kind of like the Christian apparel. That's just not something that we have
Yeah.
in this area, and that's the best way to success with a business is to find a niche market that is not represented, especially in our area, and competition will come with your business.
Oh, yeah.
But to be able to capitalize on a market that's not tapped into is huge. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how many people I've met that do have a gluten intolerance that I would have never guessed. I work
Yeah.
at Skillet Fort Grill
Yeah.
in Orchardville, and I've got my business cards up there.
Oh,
and there's just so many people
good.
that have reached out that have the same problems that I do, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I have a really good connection with my customers. 'cause
Yeah, you
they're
can
gonna
relate
continue
to
coming
them.
back
Yeah.
because I'm the only one that does this.
Right.
here.
And something that you're doing, something that you're passionate about and you love and that like is near and dear to your heart, obviously makes your business more successful as well too. None of us get into our businesses that I know of just to, get rich, because
No.
if that's the case, go work for someone and work your butt off and don't
For
have
sure.
to pay all the other bills.
You do it to enjoy it.
You do it to enjoy it.
To do something that you love and to help people.
yes.
That's the number.
Giving back to people and whatever your specialty is, like that's what keeps me going every day and like makes me wake up and not hate to go to my job.
Absolutely.
I absolutely love it. So very cool. Good job. You did great.
So my name is Rainey Loker, and my business is called Rainey Made, and it is like handmade jewelry, mostly like clay earrings is what I do.
Cool.
So yeah.
Love
That
it.
is pretty cool.
So you'll have samples there for people to buy or to look at, and
Yeah.
awesome.
And my Facebook is just the name, Rainy Maid.
Rainy Maid, awesome.
And
Find
Rainey
her.
loves jewelry herself, so
I do.
That's the
she's
passion
always wearing
behind
it.
it. Yeah.
I don't wear a lot of jewelry, but every time I see Rainey, she's wearing cute jewelry. So
I know. I wish I
Always
could
got it.
be like that. I really do, but I'm like, well, especially once you become a mom, you're running out
You're
the door. It's like, I got my 2 rings on,
Yeah.
and
My
I'm
car.
lucky, you know. Yeah,
Keep
that's
them in
a
my
good
car because
idea.
I always be forgetting.
Yeah.
I should invest in that, like, where they weld it on or whatever.
Yeah.
If I could just leave it on all the time, I'll wear it.
And then I'd get claustrophobic though, and be like,
Yeah,
I can't
that's
get
true.
it
Like,
off.
you'd have to get used to it.
Very neat. Is it getting caught?
I'm Catherine Kaiser, and I run Shine Again, and I make custom clothes, shoes, cups, and sunglasses, and I can make like bows too. Like, I basically make anything.
Just bling it out.
Yeah,
Do you have any of your shoes on today?
I do not.
Oh, I was gonna make her zoom in.
Yeah,
on
we
those.
should have. You should have held them.
I know.
The other day I said, "Okay, thank you, Vanna," and they were all like, "What?"
Who's Vanna? Oh, I know. We're old. We're getting old.
If
It's
I'm
awful.
old, it's getting.
It's bad.
I'm like, am I old now?
Well, the other day I went to get a pork burger, and it was $4, and I was like, okay, I'm officially old, because like my immediate thought was, I remember when those were $1.
Yeah, or
and then they
$2
went up to
at most.
$2,
Like
yeah.
we're like, this should be $2.
And I kind of expected to pay $3, and then they threw the 4 at me, and I was like, I
The day
sound
has
like an
come.
old person, because I remember when a gallon of milk was 99 cents.
And you had to walk uphill
both ways.
both ways,
in the
barefoot in the snow.
Yeah, so
To get it.
here I am, 37, guys, is the year that it happens. You become your parents. Did you say where we can find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Catherine Kaiser or Instagram shine.again.3.
All right, awesome.
Hello, I'm Brianna Boone, and I run Lulu's. I am a custom vinyl clothing. I always liked custom vinyl clothing, but when you order it online, the shipping is like always a lot more than the shirt.
Yeah.
So I make custom vinyl clothing with no shipping fees so
Love
that we can all
it.
enjoy them.
I love that, because I will exit out of a cart so fast when they try to charge me shipping,
Yeah.
especially
Absolutely.
if it's as much as the shirt. Good job. That's a
Or
great
more,
little
yeah.
marketing tactic. I
is,
like
yeah.
it.
Bree has a good, which they all have good mentors. This brings me to our next point
Oh,
of
yeah.
the class is mentors, which Claire, you are one, but your mentee
My girl's not
is not
here.
here today, which we'll be sure to talk about their business
Yes.
here in a second. But Bree's mentor is Misty Thomason from Wayne City, and she does the vinyl shirts and
Touch
stuff.
of Mist.
And I know she would tell you that she's been super helpful. And that's
Good.
just another part of the class, that to make those connections with business owners in the community and get personal one-on-one
Mm-hmm.
advice is, they may not even realize right now how valuable that is.
Yeah.
Because down the road you might be like,
It's
Yeah.
like, I didn't realize how much networking it is, like, even at your age. Like, when I grew up and came back home, those little conversations or relationships I built through, I wasn't really an athlete, but through clubs, or, you know what I mean? And those connections can last forever.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's a huge contact to have.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when you do start your own business.
one of our business visits, Carter Trucking, Jeremy always talks about like what you do now matters in the future. And that always stands out to me, because he always talks about like people that I wasn't so nice to in high school remember
Yeah.
that, and people
Yeah.
that I was still
Yes.
remember that. Like 10 years down the road, they're still like, well, they were a jerk in high school,
Yes.
or the
Right.
opposite, they were really nice, and
Right.
that stood out. So
That affects your business forever, and your path will cross with many people that you don't think it ever will
Yeah.
again, and it will. I mean, I work with people from my high school class every single day, and I'm always thankful that I was nice.
yes,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I
'Cause
mean truly.
they
And-
wouldn't be working with me if I wasn't, because as much as we grow and change after high school, you learn about yourself. You're still judged for the way you acted or the
Yeah.
things you did.
Maybe not just silly things like people think, if I have this embarrassing moment, people
No,
remember it forever. Not
absolutely
that,
not.
but just how you treat people.
Yes.
People remember that.
Yes, definitely. Although I still lose sleep at night. When I was in grade school, I tripped over I was like, my, crush was standing there, and I tried to jump over this little low thing, and I tripped right in front of him, and I still
dream
you
about
know,
it.
like that awkward thing where you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't. 8th grade, y'all, that was a long time ago. But
You might
anyways.
remember, but nobody else does.
Yes, exactly. There's no way he did. He probably didn't see it, but anyways. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 other businesses that are not here today. We have Reagan Wells, which was I was her mentor, and God love her, she doesn't need any help.
Yeah.
I think I learned more from her than she learned from me.
She
but
hits the ground running. But I will
Yeah.
tell you one thing about Reagan. She's not here, so I can talk about her. She has learned this year, though, because just like me, I'm a lot like her in the way that we kind of just talk 90 miles an hour.
Uh-huh.
And then I think she's learned to rein it back in this year and
Yeah.
just like slow down and, and
Yeah.
that. So everybody's going to get something different out of this
Yes.
program. Some people are going to learn to talk more.
Yes.
Some people are going to learn when to let other people talk and
Yes.
step in. But yeah, Reagan's done a great job. But her business is Fairfield, and she makes homemade dog treats. They're all natural. If I miss anything, you guys jump in and tell me. But all natural, ingredients like oats and peanut butter and honey and stuff like that.
Pumpkin, I think, was one of them.
Yeah, and so she has really nice packaging, which she was really worked on really hard. It was frustrating.
Yes.
It was trial and error there, but
Yes.
she'll have them packaged up nice at the trade show. You can come get a treat for your dog. And I think she's trying to get a dog there.
Yeah, I think she also does like toys
Yes.
and like little outfits for
Clothing.
them.
Yeah,
like clothing
accessories.
for the dogs and whatnot.
And she's trying, if you have a really calm dog that you would like to volunteer for the trade show, let her know, because she's like, I can't bring my dogs. They're crazy. So
Same here. Sorry, Reagan.
yeah, I don't have one for her. My golden doodle is nuts. So.
My dog would just pee all over everyone. So he's at that stage. He claims everything and everyone.
Yeah.
She talked about at one point reaching out to the Humane Society and seeing if we could do like an adopt a dog thing, which I
Yeah.
thought was such a cool idea, even if it didn't work out. But yeah, I bought her treats with the first packaging. I guess she did around Christmas time. And like you said, that trial and error. And I'm glad she was able to figure that out. But my dog loved them. He ate them all up. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to buy more on Sunday.
Yeah.
Question, so does everyone have Venmo? Does everyone need to bring cash and check? What kind of payments does everybody accept?
So me personally, I have a Venmo account set up.
Okay.
I think we would all prefer cash,
'Kay.
but in emergency, I feel like, does anyone else have Venmo set up? Yeah.
Venmo, Cash
Yeah,
App.
so-
But bring your cash and use those as kind of an emergency thing.
Back
Yeah.
up
I
when
like
you run
it.
out of cash.
Yes. And I think, does Willow Creek have a ATM all the time?
I
Or is
think
it
they
just-
do now.
Yeah, I think they do too. But just bring it. You don't have to pay the extra fees.
Yeah. Also, there's no entry fee for this, so
good.
like just come ready to support the students, but you don't have to pay to get in or anything like that.
Yes.
So
It is April 28th from 4 to 6 at Willow Creek, which is this Sunday. And you can follow Wayne County CEO on Facebook. Mark yourself going to the event, put it on your calendar. That way you guys don't forget and miss it. Sunday evenings sometimes are hard. You're like thinking about Monday, getting into the swing of what do I need to get done for tomorrow. But
and it's come and go. So
Yes.
come through and then you can leave. It's not you have to stay 4 to 6 or anything like that.
Come and go, pop in and support the local businesses. So, okay, and we have 2 others that
Yep.
we need to talk about too.
Yep. Chloe Owens, she's our assistant student, FLF Rabbitry.
Oh, yeah.
And she breeds, I'm going to get this wrong. I know I'm going to say this wrong. She breeds rabbits to like show standards. And what's pedigree?
She does pedigree, show standards,
Yeah.
and pets.
Yes. And for meat as well. So like she does it for all of those purposes. So like if you had a 4-H student that wants to do rabbits and you want a nice rabbit that you could train to win and stuff, she could. You could get one from her.
I know she breeds like Flemish rabbits. She has 4 breeds that she does.
Okay.
And that way she can focus on getting them as good. But I know Flemish is a big thing that she sells.
There you go.
Very cool.
Thank you, Lacey.
And I know last time I talked to her, she was talking about trying to get her butcher's license so she could butcher her own rabbit as well. Is
And
that something
she
she's
always
still working
says that
towards?
the crock pot doesn't discriminate. That's what she says.
I know. I was like, what does it taste like?
I've had rabbit before.
yeah.
I mean, it's like pretty mild.
Yeah.
So
Kind of like a deer or
Yeah,
I
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
call it the same taste, but it's
Yeah.
it's kind of mild,
Mild.
like that. Yeah.
Is she gonna have some cooked up on Sunday for us all?
We kind of hope not, but she is gonna have a cute rabbit there to pet.
Oh, good. Okay,
I
that's
think
way better.
so,
And then
yeah.
don't have the cute rabbit and then the crock pot full of rabbit. That's just scarring.
Kids will be like, Mom, no. I think she's just gonna
the
let
Easter bunny.
she's gonna let people pet the rabbits and go that route.
I like that better. Much smarter.
Yes. And then lastly, we have Kennedy Elliott, and she has Cake Pops for a Cause, and she makes cake pops and then donates half of her proceeds back, or I don't know if it's half anymore. It started out as half, but now it's a portion
Yeah.
of her proceeds back to local charities.
I
So-
love that.
That's great.
Yeah, she does that like kind of like annually, and she lets the community pick what they want the money to go
Oh, that's
towards.
a good idea. And is she still selling them at Javaloo some?
I
know
think
that
yes,
she
at
was-
Javaloo,
okay.
yeah.
No, she was doing that, and then you can contact her to order.
I know she has Facebook, and
Doesn't she like walk around the high school too and like sell them? Doesn't she do that
She
sometimes
used
too?
to.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I think she stopped after a while, but
She doesn't actually sell at Javaloo's anymore.
Oh, really?
okay.
Bye, guys.
But she will be set up at the trade show with lots of different flavors. So there'll be lots of goodies. And if you saw people step out, they're going to back to school to Wayne City. So they've got, these guys have a longer day today. They don't have to be at school till 10:30. So
Oh,
we're
we
good.
made you get up and come early on your day off. I'm so sorry. That's awful.
But yes.
Thank
But
you
yeah,
for being
that's
here.
I think we've hit all the businesses now. So
So 12 total, right? 12 students this year. And is that a typical amount? You try to just do 12 every year?
yeah, I think the max is around 15.
Okay.
So I know my first year we had 14, then we went down to 5. So it just depends on the
wow.
year. This is a good number. You know,
Yeah.
we'd like to have around 12
Yeah.
And
each year.
this is a program where they just can't say, hey, I want to do this. They have
Right.
to actually
Correct. Yeah.
Apply.
interview and apply. And
Yep. They have to do an application where they have to write a letter and get references and stuff like that, and go that route. I don't think we've ever had to do interviews yet. If there was just a lot
Right,
of
yeah.
applicants, then they would go to the interviews for sure. But yeah, so they, if they're here, they want to be here. So
okay.
And you are currently taking applications, right,
Yeah.
for next year?
yeah, the application is still open. It will be closing soon.
Okay.
So, and I do think we still have a couple spots, if people are interested. So
Did you say the requirements? Are there requirements other than like what you have to do to apply? Like, do you have to be a junior?
junior or senior,
Okay.
upcoming junior. So you would be a sophomore or a junior right now.
Okay.
To take it. So, and then Sisney actually only allows seniors. So,
Okay.
and then Wayne City and Fairfield, you can be junior or senior.
This is for the students. What did you guys go into this program thinking, okay, I can have a business. I know what business I want to go into. Did you have to, what made you decide to apply for the program?
So me personally, I live in a farm family. We have a bunch of farmland and woodland. And, I imagine myself one day inheriting all these, farmlands and animals, and I wanted the business background to be able to handle something like that, because we go to auctions and we sell animals and we breed them and we buy all sorts of feed. So having the business knowledge and be able to talk to people who have been in this world a lot longer than me on that same educated level was something I was really striving for.
Very good.
I joined because, this year we presented to the other classes, and last year I saw people like my friends, like Mabry Ellis and Lily Simpson, and just how much they thrived in this class. I know McKenna Poole, she did well, Kate Book, and I just saw what they did, and I saw how they expanded as people and how their public speaking just became so amazing, and it really convinced me that this class was worth my time.
Wow, you guys are so motivated. When I was your age, I was still 8 to 10 years from figuring out what I wanted to do,
when I joined, I actually didn't know what I wanted to do, so it was a good opportunity to kind of like lead me in the
Okay.
right direction.
Yeah.
So now I'm kind of more decided, but this class is also like, it benefits me in college too. So like, I can use this as an elective for what I really want to do. So it's really beneficial in that aspect.
Yeah, it's just preparing you for all the public speaking you're going to have to
Yeah.
do in college, and being able to talk one-on-one and also talk to a group, and like the fact that you guys are all on the air right now and on camera and you're just doing amazing is huge, because at your age I would have not been doing great. I don't know how else to say that. What about you?
So honestly, I had no clue what this class was really joining it. Like, I didn't really have a motivation to join it
Yeah.
because I knew what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a learning experience. Like, all the stuff I've learned I can use in my life.
Yeah.
And really, I will say, like, their presentation, I saw kind of what they do, so I thought, oh, that looks really cool. I mean, it seems fun to do. You get to create your own business. And
Right.
I mean, it's also considered, it's an early bird class, so you can get out of school earlier.
Love it.
You
Love
also don't
it.
have to be back till a certain time, so
Yeah.
it's pretty convenient.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
I'm like you, Mark. I still have no idea what I want to do. But going into it, like last summer, I was like, well, the least that could happen is I figure out what I don't want to do.
Yeah.
So I guess that, and I had some friends convince me that from last year's class that it's a good thing to do. I mean, the public speaking, I know this has been reiterated from every single one of us everywhere we go, but the public speaking is huge. I mean, some of us here haven't really been public speakers until now. I mean, just improving that skill goes a long way.
So I joined this class because I really wanted to work on my public speaking, because if you were to tell me like 3 years before that I would have to present in front of juniors and seniors for this class coming up, I would have probably cried for a week straight before
Not
and
happening.
after.
Yeah.
And I also
Before and after.
I also really wanted to like open my third eye to the business world, because I find it so fascinating how somebody can go from nothing to huge in like a year or two.
Right. That's very cool.
I joined this class because I knew in the future that I wanted to open my own business already, and just starting like a little small business and seeing how it worked would really benefit me and give me the knowledge to do that in the future after college.
That's
The
great.
benefits of the program are just amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, never had anything like this when I was in high school.
The-
Never had anything, never even thought about this type of situation.
Yeah.
You know,
The-
outside of a mowing business or a lemonade stand, you know?
Right.
They've
well,
had some mowing
But
businesses.
the thing is,
Yeah.
those could have been like, you could have taken that really far, and people have. But the growth that you see in them from the beginning to the end of the year, and this is 1 year. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and they would tell you, but they probably don't even see what I see. You know, I see when we walked in those first couple days, and they sit down and all just look at each other in silence. You know, and then now it's like not like that at all.
And,
And someti-
I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Sometimes it feels like, you know, it's not a program where you come in and have homework or have a lesson all the time. So sometimes it might feel like, well, we're not really doing that much today, but we're talking to each other the whole entire time, and we're figuring stuff out and getting a plan for what we have to do. And that's literally life,
Yeah.
you know, like,
And you've built these relationships, you've built this network, and like I just think you guys are such a great group. I mean, I'm not around you all the time, but the times that I am around you, it's like you're so supportive of each other, and I see you like working through problems with each other, and I think that's a huge life skill to get. And you may not all be from the same group or the same clique or the same grade or the same school, but you come together and work through these problems together. So I think that's great. You guys have been awesome.
This is a 1-year program, right?
yes,
You
yeah.
can you be in it 2 years in a row?
No, you just take it 1 year.
Okay.
So now, do I think it could be beneficial?
Yeah.
For sure, but it just gives you a good foundation. And then also you have the opportunity, say you take this as a junior, you can take early bird ag as a senior, or you can take health doc, you know, so it allows you to do multiple things.
Okay.
So the ones that are interested in healthcare or ag or anything like that, they can, honestly, if it were me, I would say do this as a junior. If you're interested in both, then you can do, you know, like your health doc or whatever
Okay.
as a senior. So
Very cool. Okay, one more time. We'll talk about on Sunday, April 28th, 4 to 6, Willow Creek venue, the Wayne County CEO Trade Show. Everyone come out and support these CEOs and their small businesses. Come and go. I'm sure there will be some refreshments, right? You guys are going to lure us in with some food and snacks.
some of them will have, obviously, their
Samples.
businesses are, and then I think there's going to be, just
Light
some
refreshments.
light drinks
Love
and stuff
it.
for there
Listen,
too.
you have a little bit of food and they will come.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What is it? The Wayne County Farm Bureau, Doug Anderson says, if we meet, we eat.
That's right. Yeah, he's
That-
really good about that, for sure.
I like that motto. Oh, goodness.
Absolutely.
What else? What else do we need to talk about? So you are done as the facilitator at the end of this year.
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't bring this up. I
I
don't want to
know,
like cry on
I
here.
know. Not to, after you just talked about how amazing your students are.
yeah.
And
No,
I know.
this is like I said, year 4, but I am moving on, and they have started the process for hiring someone else. So yeah, I'm sad to go, but
Yeah.
it's been so rewarding. Not because of me, but because of them. I am gonna cry.
Yeah, it happens.
And so, just to see them grow
Yeah.
year after year. So I'm gonna miss it.
Oh, I know, and they're gonna miss you too. You've just done a wonderful job. I think I'm speaking for you guys,
No,
but
she absolutely has.
yeah, you do a great
Thanks,
job.
guys.
But we're excited for your new venture too.
Yeah.
And so you've joined Keys Real Estate.
Yes.
You've got your real estate license,
Yeah,
right?
which was crazy. I did that, while doing this, and I
having
have
twins
blessed
at
loaves
home and
3 kids
yeah.
and stuff. But that just proves you can do it.
Yes, you
so
can.
just buckle down and do it. And
Yeah.
so I've just always been interested in it, and I think once again I'm someone who's just pushing for something new all the time.
Yep.
So I was just ready for the next thing and to see where that goes, and I'm excited. So
It's exciting. Check them out on Facebook, Keys Real Estate, and the Facebook or the website is what? Keys Real Estate.
KeysRealEstate.us.
.us.
Just
okay.
became a chamber member
Yay.
too.
I saw that the
so-
other day. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll get some activity there,
Yeah.
and I'm sure Ethan will. He's all about it. So.
I know he does a good job, and I want to say you guys are killing it with the marketing too. I love the
Thanks.
videos that
Thanks.
you're doing. It looks so good, and I'm like, I'm not even in the market for a house. Why am I sitting here wasting?
She needs a vacation home.
There
Yeah,
you go.
in Fairfield, Illinois.
That's right.
Listen,
Pond Creek, we'll get you one.
You
say,
need
get
a
me
place.
out.
You need a place to get away.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
We went to my Uncle Brian and Aunt Kim's lake down by New Hope Curve. We went there this weekend. And I pulled in. I was like, man, I feel like I'm in a whole different place. Maybe I do need a little camper out here. And just be like, sorry, I'm off the grid for the weekend,
If I find the perfect little cabin,
You let me know.
I'll let you know.
Let me know. What else? We got any other questions? We got any other things that we haven't hit on that we need to talk about?
I don't know.
We wanna-
How old is the program in Wayne
So
County?
in Wayne County, it's 5 years,
Okay.
but I should know the exact year that started, but it was maybe 2010-ish, something like that, in Effingham, Illinois. So that was the first program. Craig Linval
Yeah, good friend.
He is who started the program basically, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. He's from T-Town area.
Yeah, he was the band teacher at
Yes,
T-Town for a while.
and I know he has ties to this area too. Michelle Ward always talks about. She's from T-Town, and he was her teacher and stuff. But he's very inspirational, and he had this idea for this program, and they ran with it. And he has all these cool little videos. We watched a couple of them at the beginning of the year that just teaches you about your personality types and how everybody's different. And it takes everybody, but it's a very intricate program. There's so many different parts of it.
Craig's one of those type, when you talk to him, you become inspired.
Oh, absolutely. If you just watch him speak, you're
Yeah.
just man, I want to do better,
Yeah.
He's
He's just that type of personality.
Yeah, and he is actually passed on
Yeah.
now, but he has left a legacy for sure.
I was trying to look it up and find it, but I can't.
On
so.
how
What
the
year
year.
started.
I really should know that off the top of my head, but it wasn't around here whenever I was in school, and that has now been 10 years. So that's crazy
Yeah.
to say,
Oh
but
my gosh, I'm coming up on 20
yeah.
in 2005. Or yeah, 25.
Time
20
goes
years.
fast, and like I know their age hears that all the time, but
Yeah.
it really does.
And I don't feel that old. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I mean I age, but I don't think mentally I grew that much since high school. Maybe a little bit, but
I think you probably have.
yeah. Still have that immature sense of humor apparently, but oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna switch into like weather and like broadcast recap. So if you guys want to stay around, you can, or if you want to go, it's up to you. We can come back at the end, whatever you guys want to do. But
They probably have to go, and if you want me to stick around, I can.
okay,
So,
yeah, that works.
okay.
I'm gonna turn.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Turn that
There
off,
we
and
go.
that way, if you want to
And
switch to the other mic or whatever.
Ethan, if you want to just pop by here in just a little bit, we'll get you measured. Okay.
Always doing business.
Well, you need a tuxedo
Yeah.
for a prom. coming
Oh,
up, so.
fun.
Man, look at the weather though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful morning in Fairfield.
It's a beautiful day in Fairfield.
You betcha. And there is some maybe some rain moving in for this evening.
Okay.
I think after the ball games though. Wednesday, 68 the high. Thursday, 69. Rain possible on Friday, Saturday. 81 and 82 for Saturday and Sunday. So it's looking really good for the weekend.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for the weather, Mark. And this week's broadcast. So Saturday we had Bobcats baseball and softball. Bobcats softball took on Wabash Valley starting at noon. Game 1 final was Frontier 12 and Wabash Valley 8. The Bobcats played 5 runs in both the 4th and the 5th innings to get the win. AJ Hollowell blasted a 2-run bomb to right center, her 3rd homer of the season. Game 2, Frontier won 11-3 in 5 innings. And so, yeah, they got the sweep. And Bobcats improved to 19 and 23 overall, Bobcat softball. Bobcat baseball didn't fare as well on Saturday. They, beat John A. on Thursday of last week. Sadly, they were hoping to get the sweep, but they ended up losing both games to John A. Logan on Saturday. Lost the first game 7-4, and game 2 final score of 11-4. That second game sounds like it was, just ran away with, but they John A. Logan actually scored 7 in the 7th.
Yeah, it was close till close to the end.
And just got out of reach there. So, and then yesterday we had FCHS softball versus Gallatin County. Lady Mules got a 10-0 win over Gallatin County in 5.
Pretty good win for the Mules because all the seniors were still on the trip.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
Coach Conrad had to play some of the younger players.
Yeah.
And they really came through.
Well, good. I'm glad. We had a little technical difficulties at the beginning of that one, so apologize for getting on the air a little late. But
I think we were on the air for first pitch though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we made it by first pitch.
Wow, it was like 4:35 or something when I was on the phone. So I figured, and they love to start early. You know what I mean? Typically, it's like, no, it's not 4:25. Don't start yet. We're not ready.
We got there, and I went down and talked to Coach, and she goes, well, we hope we're going to have a game today. Hope you didn't come out in vain, because I went down to see her about, 10 till 4, and Gallatin County wasn't there.
Yeah, I wonder.
It's happened before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened last year. I think
Yeah.
she said one of the teams they were scheduled to play just didn't show up.
Okay, so upcoming broadcast for this week. Today we have FCHS baseball and softball at Flora at 4:30. Baseball will be on Mule Nation on YouTube, and softball will be on Bobcat Nation. Thursday, April 25th, we have Bobcat softball versus John A. at 2 and 4, and FCHS baseball versus Flora at 4:30. And then Saturday, Bobcats baseball
Oh.
versus Southwestern
Don't forget about Friday.
at 12 and 3, and Bobcats softball versus Shawnee at 12 and 2. Bobcats baseball will be on Bobcat Nation, and Bobcats softball will be on Shawnee or on Mule Nation at 12 and 2. So, and yeah, I don't have Friday on there for some reason. The Friday softball game got canceled, but we still have baseball
Yeah, baseball at 4:30
at home.
at El Dorado.
Okay, at El Dorado, and that'll be on Mule Nation. So,
Wait a minute.
no, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Not doing it today. All right, events for the week. Elena made me this awesome little graphic for the Skillet Fork Ruritan Breakfast, and that is on Saturday, April 27th, starting at 7:30 to 10:30. It's at Shreve's Pumpkin Patch, Whispering Woods. Is that what the building's called out there? Whispering Woods?
I guess so.
I didn't know that.
I-
By donation only, and the menu is sausage, scrambled eggs, hash browns, biscuits and gravy, or buskets and gravy. I didn't notice that when you sent it to me to proof. Buskets. I like it. Pancakes, coffee and milk, and orange juice. So be sure and come out and help support the Skillet Fork Ruritan Breakfast Skeleton. I love combining words. Also, the FFA plant sale is coming up April 26th and 27th. They grow all their own plants, and there's everything from ferns to herbs. So go out and support them. And I've got to go get my ferns for the summer. That's one thing I'm typically pretty good at not killing.
Yeah.
Till the very end of summer, then I usually
that
do.
one in
but-
Peace Lilies, right?
Yeah, so far, I'm good. And then, as we mentioned, Wayne County CEO Trade Show is this Sunday, April 28th from 4 to 6 at Willow Creek Venue.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, we will be there, and you should too.
Be there or be square.
That's what I was thinking. Yes. Okay, so, well, this would have been good to have the kids here for, too. Question of the day. What was your first vehicle when you turned 16?
There were a lot of answers.
There
to that.
were a lot of answers, and shout out to Double D for providing that question of the day. He
That's a
texted
good
me.
question.
Yeah, texted me one day. He's like, "I got a question of the day idea." I'm like, "Love it," because I'm just not as good at that as like Ken Odie is, and he always has such good ones. So, anyways, mine was a '92 baby blue Ford Tempo, and it had the automatic seatbelt when you close the doors, like. Closed down, yeah.
Okay.
That was the only thing automatic in the thing. Everything else was like lock or,
Yeah.
roll the windows down with a crank.
Oh, yeah.
Kids don't even know. I thought that would have been a fun side note. I thought that'd be a fun game to play with them too because of
To
the
see the
age group. Be
differences,
like, how
for
do you
sure.
roll down your car window? And they're like, me, how
press
do you
a button.
answer a phone? And they hold it and
Yeah.
hit the button where we're like, hello.
They've probably seen that trend on TikTok,
Uh-huh.
though, and they would
They
probably
know.
change what they would
Yes.
do.
Yeah, they cheat. No.
Yeah.
What about you, Mark? What was yours?
69 VW Bug.
Really? What color?
Well, after I got done painting in the backyard, it
you
was red.
painted it, really? Okay.
It was fire engine red.
Wow.
About the color of your Mule Nation cup over there.
I like it. I like it. What about you, Alyssa?
95 Chevy Silverado.
What?
Yeah.
Truck girl?
Yeah, always have been.
I love that.
Yeah, but it blew white smoke when you started it up in the high school parking lot. People were like,
Listen, it teaches you a lot about, humility.
It
Yeah,
really
that,
does.
That first vehicle, I remember I had a pink puffer coat because puffer coats were, all the rage in the early
They're
2000s.
back now,
I know,
too.
they're back. I wish I would have hung on to all of my clothes I
Yeah.
wore in high school because it's all back. But I have this, this pink puffer coat, and then I'm driving this baby blue Ford Tempo, and I was just like, oh, you could see me coming a mile away, but
Here you go.
I love that little car. My sister was too cool to drive it. It was like a family car, so we all kind of drove it as our first vehicle. My cousin Julie, my cousin Chris, me skipped my sister because she was too cool for it. She got a She got a Toyota Camry, old body style that was like squared off.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yep, I liked it a lot. It had like leather seats. I thought she was a high roller. But I think the engine blew after she had it like 6 months or something, so it wasn't a fancy one, that's for sure. But
Mine just ate the gas up. Like, I remember using some
yeah.
of my lunch money in my gas tank because I was like, I'm not going to. And I ran out of gas coming to school so many times.
Oh, really?
Coach Conrad, I would call her and be like, ran out of gas again.
Are you on your way? Have you passed me already? Can you help me?
A couple times she literally came and got me. So
Let's see. Chris Y says his was a Hyundai Excel, and yes, it was a hot rod. Nicole Mitchell, 99 Mitsubishi Eclipse. Now that was the that was the vehicle to have.
That was still the vehicle
Really?
to have. I mean, yeah.
The ones, especially like the convertible ones. I remember Mikey Meeks. He was a little bit older than me, but he had that, like a silver Eclipse with
No, I lied. Eclipse was like probably when I was like in grade school.
Okay,
And
yeah.
then G6.
Oh,
was
yeah.
that was like
yes,
you know.
like Pontiac.
Yeah,
GS6?
Pontiac
Yeah.
G6. For some reason, that was the
So
car, you know, to
cool.
have.
Mark Wells was a 77 Chevy Monte Carlo, burnt orange land yacht, he says.
You know what? I had a friend who had one of those.
They were cool
I
vehicles.
mean, they were.
Yeah.
His actually
Boats.
he had T-tops.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the suicide doors of, the 70s.
Yeah.
Diana Vaughn was a 1956 Ford Crown Victoria. Megan Jackson and the 90s, 92 Pontiac Grand Am. Dina Smith now, 1976 green and white GMC Sierra pickup. Look at that. Cindy Irwin had a 1976 white AMC Hornet hatchback with red and blue pinstriping. Wow. Fancy. Mark Elliott, 1976 silver two-door Buick Century with black vinyl, Lando top with crushed velour interior. Loved that car, he says. That sounds like...
Sounds like he was the cool one in high school.
Yes, definitely. Everyone wanted to ride in that. Don Wiles had a 1988 Oldsmobile Royal Brougham. This is it.
Oh,
Yes. I don't know if I can get this on the camera.
Nice.
People can
Look
see,
at that
but
thing.
I
yeah.
feel like it should have the horns like Boss Hog. you know,
Yes,
on the front.
yes, definitely.
That's probably different, but that's what it reminds me of.
It does need some antlers or horns on it. Zach Paul was the 98 Ford F-150. So
Wow.
thank you guys for chiming in on our question of the day.
And
We
Double
sure-
D didn't even chime in, even though he came up with the question.
I know. What in the world? Let me check the live chat here. Double
Call
D,
him
are you watching? We need your first card. No one's chatting today with
Yeah.
us. Live chat is open, guys. If you want to chime in and let us know where you're watching from, tell us what your first vehicle was. Oh goodness. All right, we got trivia questions for today.
I do.
Mark?
I
All
do. I was
right.
hoping some of the students would hang around because I have
Yeah.
business trivia questions.
That would have been good.
Oh,
Pretty
man.
easy business.
We'll
trivia
see.
questions.
Let's hope we don't.
All right. Number one. About a business movie starring Michael Keaton as Ray Kroc. This 2016 film, the founder portrays the origin story of what Golden Arches fast food restaurant?
McDonald's.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie?
I have not seen
It's
the movie.
pretty good. It's really pretty good.
I feel like I should have.
All right.
I even didn't know that there's a movie about McDonald's. I have the nuclear by the way now.
All right. Outside of its home city, the St. Louis Bread Company is more popularly known as what chain restaurant?
Panera Bread.
Panera Bread, yep.
Oh,
That's the St. Louis Bread Company. Are there even any left in St. Louis known as the St. Louis Bread Company?
I have not
I know
seen.
about 10 years ago there was still one down on the U City Loop, but that's the only one, the last one I can remember.
Pretty much only get to St. Louis for Cardinals games.
Yeah.
So
All right, what 6-letter hairstyle is associated with the semi-ironic phrase, business in front, party in the back?
Let's see if you know this one.
Uh-uh.
No?
Business in front, party in the back.
It's a mullet.
Oh gosh.
All right. What is the last name of the business tycoon behind the number 5 perfume?
Chanel.
There you
Boy,
I know
was
that.
quick. Man.
She's got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Chanel number 5.
All right. What does CEO stand for?
Ooh.
Corporate. No.
In terms of the class.
What we just talked about.
Yeah.
But economy something. No.
Creating entrepreneurial opportunities.
Nothing what I said.
All right. What is the largest online retailer in the world?
Amazon.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. Amazon.
What social media platform was founded by Mark Zuckerberg?
Facebook.
Yeah. All right. What's the largest coffee house chain in the world?
Starbucks.
And what's the best coffee house chain in the world? Well, coffee house in the world.
Let's see. Well, we got 2 good
Yeah.
ones in town.
There's 2.
Fusion and Bold Go.
Uh-huh. And they're both really good.
They both are really good.
All right. What term describes the money left after subtracting expenses from revenue?
Ooh, do you know this one?
Can you
Repeat it.
Can you repeat it?
What term describes the money left after subtracting expenses from revenue?
I know it in German.
Net income?
Close enough. Profit.
Profit.
Profit. Yeah.
Profit.
Umsatz.
And we talked about this one too. Who created the CEO program?
Craig Linball.
Yeah, great guy.
Yes, for sure. Did you have that one down already before we talked about that?
Yes, I did.
There we go.
Yes, I did.
So I thought of something pertinent.
I have Derek Dunn answer to your question.
Okay.
His first car was 1998 Chevy Cheyenne, red pickup, single cab, 2-wheel drive, had no cruise control and CD player, but I survived. He's saying.
That fits him. I
Yeah.
could see him driving
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Hey, my first car had an 8-track tape player, I think. Actually, it may. No, I don't even think he even had FM radio.
Probably didn't.
It was an AM radio only.
Mm-hmm.
And had the 2x55 air conditioners. You know, them fold-out windows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, mine supposed to have air conditioning, but it didn't work.
It was the window.
Yes,
Just turn on the
exactly.
windows. Yeah.
The heat didn't work either. It was a blanket in the winter and windows down in the summer.
But did you all got a car at 16? Like all of you?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think you had to because like no transportation and then with
There's not
16
public transportation
Yeah.
here, yeah,
Mhm.
so
that's
it's
right.
more common to.
Yeah.
Well, I know that was the big thing a few years ago, you know, when the state wanted to move the driving age up to 18.
Mm-hmm.
And you just heard all sorts of complaints about, you know, what are these kids in rural Illinois going to do?
Yeah.
You know, they've got to drive to school. They've got to drive to work. How are they
Make
going
some
to get
buses maybe. I don't know.
there? You can't ask moms and dads to get out at midnight and go pick up their kids.
Right.
Gosh.
That was one of the excuses.
Yeah, because they'd find a way to go somewhere, and then they just wouldn't have a ride home.
Yeah. Yep. You
Yeah.
betcha.
Yeah, it still blows my mind. When I first came here, I was like, what should I do without a car? You can't do nothing, really.
Walk.
Yeah.
Put your boots on. You got a long way to go.
Next to
You
the
can
highway.
Yeah.
You can ride a bike.
Yep.
A bike? I never saw
They have electric
someone
bikes now.
here
Yeah,
in
I know.
Fairfield.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, not for public use, but you could get one.
Yeah.
Like mine can be kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Which, see, back when I was growing up, an electric bike, that was called a moped
Yep.
because you had to pedal to get it going.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Same concept, I think.
And-
now.
The one my family had, you'd get it started, it'd run just far enough to where it was a real pain in the butt to have to pedal to get it back home.
It'll leave you stranded, huh?
Yeah, it always did. Always did. Well, I think that is going to be about enough time. Alyssa, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
for having us.
And thanks for having the CEO kids and looking forward to the trade show 4 to 6 on Saturday at Willow Creek Venue,
Sunday.
right? 4 to 6 on Sunday. Thank you.
4 to 6 on Sunday,
Thank
April
you.
28th, Willow Creek. It's come and go. Just
Okay.
come ready to talk to the kids and bring a little cash, buy their products, and
Yes.
thanks for having us.
And Elena, you're welcome. And thanks for joining us. And Elena,
Yeah.
thanks for popping in.
Yeah, you're welcome.
For,
it's always nice to be
Thanks
on
for
the
running the
podcast.
camera and giving us some nice
Yeah.
close-ups.
No, yeah. You look beautiful.
Thanks.
Dave Rick is going to join us on Friday, 8:30, for It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield. For Claire Vaughn, for Elena Bayette, for Alyssa Short, and the remainder of the CEO class, I'm Mark Turner. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you Friday.